Okay, so today I thought I'd just create and explain to you guys a full push workout that you can literally just copy. Legit, just write down all my comments on exercise selection, sequencing, sets, reps, tempo, what intensity you should train at, what training methods you should use. So this push day is going to be a slightly chest dominant push day, and obviously a push day is an upper body day. So before you get into your movements, especially your pressing movements, you need to warm up your shoulders and you need to prime your chest, because we are starting off with a chest exercise. So do some arm circles, do some shoulder rolls, do some overhead motion to the front, to the side, do some shoulder retraction, and also do smaller movements that mimic the exercise that you'll come on to do. Just get blood into your shoulders, get them warm so that you can perform your exercises safely and avoid injury. And we're starting off with the chest movement, as I said, so you're going to want to prime your chest before you get into your main pressing movement. Do 3 sets of 20 chest flies. These are only for pushing blood into the chest, so obviously do these at a very sub-max effort. Okay, so now for the first working movement of the day is hands down the best exercise to grow your chest, and that's the incline Smith press. Set up a bench at a 15 to 30 degree incline, and here I want you to do 2 top sets of 6 to 9 reps. So use a weight which you fail within 6 to 9 reps, then 1 backoff set of 10 to 12 reps. So a slightly lighter weight that you fail within the 10 to 12 rep range. As for the tempo you should be training at, the concentric, so the portion of the movement where you push the weight up, usually you should use a weight which you get up in around 2 seconds. This applies to like all movements. It's not really that important though. Just explode upwards whenever pressing your weight or pushing your weight. What is important though is that you squeeze your pecs at the top of the rep. My personal style of training, and one in particular that has led to my chest growing, is emphasizing and isolating hard contractions. So I'd say spend 1 second in the contraction, then take 3 seconds to lower the weight, and there's no need to pause in the stretch. In terms of rest between sets, it depends on the person, it depends on your fitness ability, your ability to recover between sets. The main thing you should focus on is getting your heart rate down. Take deep breaths in through the nose and slow breaths out through the mouth. And once you're ready to go again and you feel like you're energized and you're ready to attack the set, and go for it. Just in case, let me give you a ballpark. For isolation movements, wait 1 to 2 minutes between sets, and for compound movements like a Smith press, you should wait 3 to 4 minutes between sets, as you really want to maximize the effort you can put into each set. Because if you jump into your next set too quickly, you may not hit the rep range you're targeting, and most of the time it probably means that you haven't rested enough. And in terms of the intensity at which you should train, this applies to all movements. You should always be training till failure with 0 reps in reserve on every set. And don't worry, this is not a 5-set tic-tac or push day. You're going to be able to train till failure on every exercise, on every set you do, because it doesn't have a ridiculous amount of junk volume. Next, moving on to a dumbbell shoulder press. Do not ego lift here, okay? This is a dangerous movement if you are ego lifting. Like the Smith press, I want you to do 2 top sets of 6 to 9 reps and 1 backoff set of 10 to 12 reps. You should be struggling to get that weight up within 6 to 9 reps, and you should be struggling to get that weight up within 10 to 12 reps on your backoff set, using a 2-1-2-0 tempo. So 2 second concentric, 1 second pause in the contraction, 2 second eccentric, repeat. I'd say set up a bench at a 75 degree angle. This is in the optimal scapular plane for your front delt, and it's a safe angle to perform the exercise at. I personally like the idea of attacking the most important muscles first with heavy, intense pressing movements. So that's why I'm following up a chest press with a shoulder press and not just another chest exercise, because you'll be the most energetic earlier on in your training, so you can get the most out of the most important movements. Next, moving on to a machine chest press. Doesn't matter what machine you use or what grip you use whatever your gym has and whatever you feel the best contraction in your chest. That's what matters. Do 1 top set of 8 to 10 reps and 1 backoff set of 15 reps. Stick to the same tempo, slow and controlled reps, going till failure, and then do a rest pause after your last set. So after your last working set on the chest press, take 10 deep breaths, then using the same weight, go again to complete failure. Next, moving on to a standing dumbbell side raise. Do 2 sets of 10 to 15 reps here. Make sure your posture is good. You don't want your traps getting involved, and lift the weights out and away from your body. And after you fail on each working set, do 10 partial reps. So bang out 10 half reps after you fail on each working set to keep pushing blood into the muscle and keep breaking down muscle fibers. You have to feel the burn. You have to push past that mental barrier when doing your side lateral raises for them to grow. Next, coming back to a chest exercise, the pec deck fly. Here, do 2 top sets of 8 to 10 reps and 1 backoff set of 15 reps. Again, 3 seconds, slow and controlled eccentrics, feeding the stretch in your pec, squeezing the contraction, and do a rest pause after the last set. Next, moving on to a seated dumbbell lateral raise. My side delt has grown the most from dumbbell lateral raises. You just have to obliterate your side delt, and a great way to do this is by doing a muscle round. So here, I want you to do 6 sets of 8 reps with 10-second rests between sets. This is going to be very painful, but what does this mean? It means you're going to grow. Now, moving on to triceps. Keeping it simple with a rope tricep push down. Do 1 top set of 10 to 12 reps and 1 backoff set of 12 to 15 reps. On your first set, pause for 2 seconds in the contraction, and on your second set, pause for 2 seconds in the stretch. Again, make sure you do these with good posture and you're really focusing on taking your tricep through a full range of motion. And for the final exercise, another tricep exercise, guys, single arm overhead dumbbell extensions. So do one top set of 8 to 10 reps and one backup set of 10 to 15 reps. And after your last rep of each working set, pause for 30 seconds in the stretched position, letting more blood into the tricep, tearing up more muscle fibers. Again, very painful, but what does this mean? It means you're going to grow. That is the end of the workout. This workout will maximize muscle growth. If you want to maximize fat loss as well, then I would say what's going to benefit you a lot is doing 25 minutes of low intensity steady state cardio after your workout. Definitely don't do high intensity cardio. The reason I say that is because that added intensity from a high intensity cardio session right after your training is not going to be optimal for muscle growth. Obviously, it does not matter when you do your cardio, but I'm just guessing it's convenient for you to do it after your training session because you'll still be at the gym. I'm sure they have loads of cardio machines. Use whatever machine you enjoy the most, but if you want my personal advice, avoid using the Stairmaster. I think it's just awful and you don't get your bang for your buck. So it's more painful than it is rewarding, if that makes sense. So my personal suggestion would be use an incline treadmill. What's important is the intensity you train at when doing your cardio should be around 130 to 140 beats per minute. Your cardio should be hard. It shouldn't be easy, but it shouldn't be too intense. And if you don't have the energy to do cardio after your sessions, I would suggest you invest in some intro workout. This is basically going to give you additional energy. Just take it during your workout or after you finish your workout before your cardio. This is going to help replenish glycogen stores, replenish ATP stores, which means you have more energy to do your cardio. Because sometimes, especially training till failure every set, you're going to be gassed after your training. So this could really help. On top of this, make sure you're getting in 8,000 steps per day, and you should be walking at a brisk walking pace. So not a slow walking pace, not a run, somewhere in the middle. Now this may sound like a lot, but the reason I'm saying this is because if you really want to maximize muscle growth and maximize fat loss, if you want to get huge while staying lean, this is how you do it. So I hope that makes sense. And that's it. Okay, this exercise day, this push day, this will help you build muscle and lose fat. If you do this consistently, you will see results. Now obviously I know some of you may not have the machines in the gym, in which case let me know in the comments and I'll help you out by giving you other options to use which are just as good and just as effective. If you want to see another video of me explaining a full workout for you guys, please drop a like, subscribe, let me know in the comments as well. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching. We're coming out with a video very soon, but until then, peace.